Hi everyone, welcome back to the Adeomi Math, or where math meets simplicity. On today's episode, we'll be learning conversion involving fractions, and just like the previous episode, we are going to be treating three cases. The first case is when we are converting from base 10 to base 2. The second case when we are converting from base 2 to base 10, and lastly from base 2 to other bases like that. So for the first question, we convert 7 of 8 base 10 to a number in base 2. Now, first of all, though there are two methods to solve this, but I'll start with the first method. Firstly, we can just convert it to a decimal. When I mean decimal, you know what decimal means. So 7 over 8, so we divide 8 by 7, that's going to give us 0. Now, 8 in 70 is 8, remainder 4, that's 64, I remember 6 rather, that's 64. 8 in 60 is 7, that's 56, remainder 4. Then 8 in 40 is 5. I know it looks imaginary, so let's practicalize it here. 7 over 8. 8 in 7 definitely is impossible, so we're at 0 point. So you put 0 here. Let me use red ink so that it will mix up. So 8 in 70, that's 8 times 8, which is 64. 8. So it remains what? Thank you, 6. Because we say 70 minus 64, that's 6. So you are still going to add 0 because 8 cannot divide 6. So you add 0 to this. So that's going to what? 8 in 60, that's 7. That's 8 times 7 is 56. So you write 7. So remainder what? Thank you, 4. You continue, you add 0 again because 8 in 4, 8 is a bigger number to 4. So you add 0. So 8 in 40 is 5. Thank you. Remainder what? Beautiful. Remainder 0 because 8 times 5 is 40. So we have 0.5. Don't forget it's in what? Base 10. Now, how do we go about it? It is very simple. Remember, when we were converting from base 10 to other bases, we were using remainder what? Thank you. Remainder techniques, remainder theorems. In this instance, we were doing something relating, but now we'll be multiplying. In the other case, we were dividing. Now we'll be multiplying, so we have 0.875. Now we are converting to what base? To base 2. So you'll be multiplying by 2. And you'll be writing your integers. Yeah, integers. So what is 0.875 times 2? 0.875 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 0, keep 1. 7 times 2, 14 plus 1, 15. So 5, keep 1. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 1 is 17. So you keep 1. You write 7 rather. You keep 1. 0 times 2 is 0 plus 1. 1. So 1.750. So the integer comes here and you write 0.75 times what? 2. You continue. I hope you understood what I did. You multiply this by 2. You write the integer. This is the integer. The number before the decimal point is called the integer. So the rest is going to be written here. You may decide not to put your 0, just put your point. Stay the same thing. So you say 0.75, which is 0.75 times 2. But I'll put it so that we can understand. So 0.75 times 2, the same way, say 0.75 times 2. 5 times 2, 10, keep 1. 14 plus 1, 5. 1, 0 times 2, 0 plus 1. So what we have? 1.5. Then you write a 1. Point what? 5. Don't forget. Now, multiply by 2 again. 0.5 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 0 keep 1. 0 times 2 is 0. Plus 1. So 1.0. So 1 point what? 0. So we stop here because we have no digits aside 0 after the decimal. So now, unlike the other case, we were writing from bottom to top, but now it is from top to bottom. So we can now draw our conclusion. So we say 7 over 8 is 10 is what? 0.875 is 10 equals what? 111. Base what? Base 2. Thank you. So you can draw your conclusion. That's what? 7 over 8 is 10 equals what? 111 is 2. So let's move on to the next question, which will be converting from base 2 to base 10. We'll be converting from base 2 to base 10. We have 110.101 base 2. So we are converting to base 10. Now remember, when we say we are converting to base 10, I told you we are going to be expressing, we are going to be doing the same thing here, but there's something you need to understand. You will see there's a decimal here. In the other instance, I told you that the last digit at the right hand side, that's before the decimal point, is going to carry the 0. So it starts 0, 1, 2. Now after the decimal point, you count to the negative. What do I mean by you count to the negative? After 0 backward is what? Negative 1. Then followed by negative 2, then negative 3. If you remember on the number line, 0 forward is what? 1, 2, 3. Continue like that. On the other end, we have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. It continues like that. So this negative works after the decimal, while this works before the decimal. I hope you are getting it. So now let's express the digits in power of their base. So what do we have? 1 times base 2 raised to power 2 plus what? 1 times 2 raised to power 1 plus what? 0. I would have neglected these 2 because they will give us beautiful 0, but let's do it so you can see. So 0 times 2 raised to power 1 raised to power 0 rather plus. Now we'll move on to the decimal. 1 times 2 raised to power what? Negative 1. Thank you. Plus 0 times 2 raised to power what? Sorry, negative 2 plus 1 times 2 raised to power negative 3. Now let us solve. Starting from this, we have 1 times what is 2 raised to power 2? Beautiful, 4. That's 2 times 2. Then 1 times 2. 2 raised to power 1 is 2. I've told you any number raised to power 0 aside 0 is what? Beautiful 1. 1 times. Now, what is 2 raised to power minus 1? Indices. So we say 2 raised to power minus 1 is what? 1 over 2. Is 1 over 2. The same thing goes 3 raised to power minus 1 is what? 1 over 3. 4 raised to power minus 1 is what? 1 over 4. I hope you understand the concept now. So that is it. So I have 1 over 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to power minus 2. 2 raised to power minus 2 is 2. Minus 2 is what? 1 over 2 raised to power 2, which is 1 over 4. 2, 3 raised to power minus 2 is the same thing as 1 over 3 raised to power 2. That is what? 1 over 3 raised to power 2 is 3 times 3, which is 9. 5 raised to power minus 2 is what? 1 rather. over what? 5 raised to power 2 is what? 1 over 5 times 5, 25. Are you getting it? We are still going to do indices and logarithm. Then I will explain the laws that guides this to us. So the same thing applies when you have 5 raised to power minus 3. It's going to be what? 1 over what? 5 raised to power what? 3. So let's continue. We have 0 raised to power what? 0 times what? 1 over 4 plus then 1 times 2 raised to power minus 3 is what? 2 raised to power minus 3. Don't forget, I said 1 over what? 2 raised to power 3. And don't forget that 2 raised to power 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So this is 1 over 8. So now let us cancel out the zeros. This is going to give us 0. This is also going to give us 0. So what we have, we're going to be having 1 times 4, which is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 over 2 is 1 over 2. Plus 1 times 1 over 8 is what? 1 over 8. So what we have? 6 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 8. So we have an issue to solve here. So you can solve it separately or you continue. You can just do 6 instead of wasting notebook. The LCM of 2 and 8 is 8. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 1, 4. Plus 8 divided by 8 is 1. 1 times 1, 1. So what we have, we're going to have 6 plus 5 over 8, which is what? 6 whole number, 5 over 8, base what? Base 10. So I hope you understood every step. You can also go through it again from expression to solving. Then we encountered what? A fractional addition here. So we break it down and the final answer is this whole number, 5 over 8. If you wish, you can change it into decimal. That is going to be what? 6. Then, but you first need to say 5 divided by 8. Remember the way I taught you in the first question, how to divide. So we say 8 in 5 is impossible, so 0 points. You put 0. 8 in 50. Beautiful, that's 48, 6. So remainder 2. 8 in 20 is 2. Remainder what? Beautiful, remainder 4. So 8 in 40 is 5. So you can say 6 point what? 6 to 5. So let me rewrite it very well. Or 6.625. What's base what? Base 10. So that's that about the second question. So now let's move to the last question on this episode, which is, if you are yet to subscribe to our channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on notification. And you can also like and share with your friends. Also, if you have any mathematical questions on topic that we have treated so far, or any mathematical question at all, you can always drop in the comment section or you mail us at theadeomemothub@gmail.com. Thank you and see you in the next class.